to the Road to Good Cooking, and I finally got all my supplies in, so we are ready to go. Now, one thing I did invest in this year, I replaced my blades. Now, I've had my sausage making equipment since 2014, and over the years, I've just been sharpening my blades, but this year I did make the investment and I bought me some new blades, and I also bought me a new washer. If you have the same meat grinder that I have, if the washer that goes in the back of the auger looks like this, it's time to replace it. So that's what I did. So this project, I'm going to be showing you how I made my breakfast sausage links two ways. I'm going to make it with the cellulose casings, which are non-edible casings. So once I cook them, I'll be taking the casing off. And then the second way, I'm going to be showing you how to make the breakfast sausage links if you don't have a sausage stuffer, to make your links with. So I'll show you the easier way to do it too. And the one thing that I like about using the cellulose casings is that you don't have to soak them in water like you do with the natural hog casings and the sheep casings. They're ready to go. You just stuff them dry and they're good to go. And you can put them on the smoker. I can't use my smoker here in this old folks joint because they don't allow smokers and barbecue pits. So I'll be cooking my sausage sous vide style, which is another way of just slow cooking. And I'm sure some of you guys have seen me do that process before. So for all you new followers, you new family members, I'm going to show you how to sous vide cook your sausage. I'm going to take a minute and then I'm going to grab me a quick bite to eat because I haven't had lunch yet today. So I'll meet you in the kitchen after I have my lunch. Okay? You ready for some football? I know I am. All right, I'm back from my lunch. Now today I'm going to be making 3 pounds of the pork sausage that I ground up the other day, and I'm going to be using my favorite maple breakfast seasoning, sausage seasoning by Lim, and it's really, really good. And this whole bag here will make 25 pounds of sausage, but on the back of the package it also gives you the recipe for making smaller batches right here. So since I have 3 pounds of pork, I'm going to use this right here and triple that little recipe. And that's going to flavor up my maple breakfast sausage beautifully. Now, I know some of you are going to probably be saying, well, why do you go through all the trouble of grinding up your meat and all yada, 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 to only use packaged seasoning? Well, I happen to like this seasoning. And another thing, sometimes I have all the spices, all the seasonings to put things together. Sometimes I don't. And nowadays, you guys are all running into the same issues I'm running into with the grocery stores, where you go in to buy certain things and you can't find them, or the shelves are empty. So, this way it's already made up. I don't have to worry about not having this seasoning and missing that one, and it's just a pain in the butt. So, what I like to change up. Sometimes I make it from scratch, sometimes I make it from package. But don't judge, because I really like this, and you might like it too. So there. Now let me mix up my seasoning. I already mixed up my mix for the 3 pounds right here, and it's in 3 ounces of water. Yes, 1 ounce of water per pound. So since I have 3 pounds, I have 3 ounces of water, and then my triple the recipe of the smaller batch. And I'm going to put that into my pork. So let me get that. Here's my pork that I ground up the other day. You guys were with me. And I'm not going to put it through a second grind. I don't like to grind up my sausage with 2 fine grinds, because I like a little texture, a little structure to my sausage. So by the time I whip it up in the mixer, whip all my stuff together, it'll kind of break it down a little bit. So we'll be okay on there. So let me get started on that step. I tell you what, I'm going to love the idea of having all my meat already ground up, and it was just so nice to just walk to the freezer, grab out 3 pounds of pork for this recipe, and I was good to go. And the next few steps are going to be pretty well self-explanatory. You'll see me adding the spice seasoning and, just whipping it all together. And one thing about whipping it up with the mixer is going to emulsify the meat somewhat. You'll see that here later on in the video. And it's just going to make it have a nice texture to it. And here I'm adding in my spice mixture. Yep, I'm going to scrape it all out of there because I'm not leaving nothing in this in this measuring cup. Should be enough. And see, it did emulsify it somewhat, but not, overdo it. Well, that smells fabulous. Oof. This is by far my favorite one, I think, out of all the seasonings that I buy from Lim. They have a good andouille sausage seasoning too. But these seasonings are like anything else where you buy stuff already pre-made, and then you add to it to put your own little touch to it. Like I'm going to add some pepper flakes to this, just to give it just a little bit of a kick. A couple little shakes, just like that. Perfect. That is perfect. I'm going to make me a little sample just to see if I want to add anything else to it. Here's my sample. Nice and juicy. A little sweet, a little heat. It's perfect. Absolutely perfect. No need to add anything. Okay, we're going to be making breakfast late two ways, with the cellulose casings, and the second way I'm going to be piping it out from my cake decorating bag. There's three different parts there, and I got this over at Wally Mart, and with the piping tip, I think I paid like $3 or $4 for the whole thing, and then I bought a whole package of these. I buy these by the commercial packages, so I think I had like 200 or 300 in a box. So I'm assuming you could probably find these at Wally Mart also. But this makes the perfect little breakfast sausage, and you're going to love it. You're welcome. From here, the next few steps are going to be pretty well self-explanatory. I'm going to add half the sausage to our high-tech piping bag here, and then the other half I'm going to be adding to the sausage maker canister. So sit back, relax, and watch me work like you always do. And this concludes part 1 of our sausage making project. And from here, I'm just going to smooth out all of my breakfast links, and then you'll see me score them. And then I'm going to put them in the freezer and let them set up. And then I'll take them out and cut them into the size that I want it, store them, and then in the freezer they will go for safekeeping. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. That way you'll be notified each and every time I upload a new video. And don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and share my video link with everybody you know in the universe that wants to learn how to make sausage. Thanks again for stopping by, and I hope to see you guys in the next video, part 2, coming right up. And you have a great Super Bowl weekend, and I will see you soon.